Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at some more Little Cup battles, seeing that it's right around the corner, and that's the only thing you're going to be able to do until we move on to the next category for Season 5. Alright, now let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to be battling a friend that I did request on Twitter. I asked a few people who wants to battle, and then I DM'd him, and we got everything squared away here. So we're going to do best of 5. And then we're going to do 2 extra bonuses. So we're just going to take a look at some battles. Now, on the side here, I'm also going to have Pvpoke, kind of demonstrating which ones are going to be on the top and going through some simulators for specific battles here, changing some moves so you can see the differences and potentially winning scenarios for you or losing scenarios. So with that said, let's go ahead and see. So I do have the Shadow Skunky with the Frustration TM'd away. So as you can see, we do have Crunch and Sludge Bomb here. It's going to take forever to get to that Sludge Bomb with Bite. Bite is a very low energy gaining move, but the thing is you're relying on that Bite for specific matchups against the top meta, because we know that Bronzor is absolutely ridiculous. You're going to see throughout this video here. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, do you absolutely need Bronzor? I wouldn't say absolutely, but you're going to want to have it if you want to make your life a lot easier for the Little Cup here, okay? So you've been warned, it is going to be definitely good, and even if you get hit by super effective moves, this thing just tanks it. I mean, you're going to see here in a bit, the Shelmet hits me with a Bug Buzz, and I was like thinking to myself, you know, I'm done. He got me. But the thing survived. I was like, what is this? This Pokemon is cheap. Alright, so we're going down by confusion there, and we're going in with our Bronzor. We're going to be losing this one here. It's going to be hitting me with a Heavy Slam, but it was a very close battle, and GG's. And we're going to just be testing out some other stuff here, as well as using some good meta. Now, Why Not is another Pokemon that I'm going to highly recommend. Now, it's going to cost you a lot, so if you do Lucky Trade one, that's going to be the Stardust reduction that you're going to be able to get there. You're still going to have to, obviously, invest all of the candies. But the nice thing about this Pokemon here is you don't have to worry about a secondary move. It only learns Mirror Coat, so you don't have to worry. It also has Counter, which is going to help kind of deter the Dark-type Pokemon, or maybe a Steel-type, for instance. So here we go. We're going to be using the Shadow Vulpix. I do have Frustration TM'd away. We do have Body Slam, as well as Flame Charge, which is going to be raising our attack. So also Ember for the quick move. In comes Dino. Unfortunately, we're not able to get to the Body Slam. Dino's going to be another good Pokemon. You have to absolutely look out for Charm. You go down in what, 3 Charms? So, because you're going to be Dark and Dragon. Both of those types are going to be weak to Charm, so you have to absolutely look out. Potentially Seals as well with the Ice Shard and the Icy Wind, because that's also going to be problematic for you two being a dragon type. We're also going to be testing out Gible here in a bit. It did something, you're going to see, but it's very squishy. And you're like, okay, well, Gible, ground type, good against Bronzor. That sounds pretty good, right? It's not as strong as you would think. This cup's very weird. You have to test things out to see exactly how they're going to work before you go in. Or you can go ahead and go to Pvpoke and do the simulations yourself. But in the field, seeing it yourself is going to be a lot better for you. Alright, so taking that win there. Great. Moving it into the next battle, starting it off with the cheapest Pokemon. But he has a decent counter here. Barboach, who's going to be doing super effective ground-type moves. Now, here's the thing. Look, like we discussed here, Bronzor, has plenty of weaknesses throughout this cup. Fire, ground, dark. And you would think that this Barboach would be doing a little bit better up against me. Maybe if it went for a charge ground-type move, obviously it's going to be doing super effective damage. But it's still not really able to hang. I mean, it's not horrible, I'm just saying Bronzor is just that cheap. So we do have a shiny Psyduck we're going to be testing out. Only one move. We have Water Gun and Cross Chop here. Water Gun's going to be doing nice neutral quick damage. And Cross Chop's not doing that much. It's a shame that Psyduck's not part Psychic. Water and Psychic, that would be amazing. It would be picking up a weakness to Dark, but at the same time, it would be able to resist the confusion. But hey, it is what it is. Alright, so what are we going to do? Go in here with Cottony or our Bronzor? We're going to go ahead and go Bronzor here, and like we went over in, it was like the first or second video that I went over the Baby Cup, I was going for Size Strike on the Bronzor in the mirror match. Apparently you're going to want to go for the Heavy Slam. So we have the Cottony up against the Bronzor here. Heavy Slam doing a lot of damage, super effective because we are going to be part Fairy. But the Charm is, going to be resisted, but it's just Charm. It's doing a lot of damage. So we're going for Seed Bomb just to get the shield, and we're just chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. They have one shield, but the thing is, in this beer match here, we're, way outpacing them as far as health. So we're just going to go ahead and use that shield, even though that wouldn't have done much damage, and I wouldn't have to shield any of these up. But yeah, we're just going to play it safe here. And they have one shield, so at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and Confusion down. Even if they hit me with another charge, we're perfectly fine. And another testimony as to why you're going to want to have this dang thing. It's going to be all over the place, and it is going to be a pain in your butt if you don't have a counter. Even if you have a fire type, it's still going to be rough. Even if you have a dark type, it's still going to be rough. Well, technically, Stunky can bite right through it as long as it uses a shield. So we're using Clank. Yeah, we're having a little fun here. We're just testing out things. I mean, Volt Switch and Discharge, not horrible, but look at the damage. That sucks. As soon as I saw that damage, I was like, dang it. And we're resisting that. And look how much damage we're taking. Man, it's a rough out here for any other steel type besides Bronzor. So we're, bringing them down to about half, but they're outpacing us, even though they're hitting us with resisted damage and we're hitting them with neutral. Ridiculous how strong this thing is. Getting to another discharge, but it's not going to cut it here. I don't think he's going to shield up anyways. Yeah, he doesn't need to. He knows. We're making a switch at the same time. I'm going into my Why Not, and he's going to be going into the Darumaka. Now, I think you had to get this from a task to have it in the CP range for the Little Cup, under 500 CP. I was looking at mine. They're all like around 700, 800. I was like, what? Okay, it must have been from a task or something like that. So, yeah, that's how some of these people are getting it, as well as the Alolan Sandshrew, which is also going to be pretty good. People are like, how did that person get it when I went up against my friend who was using that? I think we were able to catch those in the wild, so he probably could have gotten at a lower CP or maybe some sort of task down the line. So there you go. I don't. You could maybe trade to tank them, but I'm not 100% on that. I haven't really looked into it. And that's going to be a pretty good counter. The Darumaka, he was using that, and I was like, whoa. That's a pretty good fire type, and then I took a look at mine, I didn't have any. So we're just going to stick to the Shadow Vulpix as well as the Shiny that I do have 2 moves on both of those. Alright, so we have, again, the Bronzor Mirror match here, and we've seen this before. Now, if you people were commenting on Twitter and as well as my video when I was making baby cups, some kind of aggressive, some just neutral, but people were saying, oh, this cup is just going to be really quick. Because they're so low CP and they don't have that much stamina or HP, the same thing. So they're just going to go by quick, and it's just going to be like quick moves. That's not the case. Absolutely negative. Not true. Quick moves can take out things like Dino or other things that are kind of glassy, as well as taking super effective damage. But for the most part, some of these battles can time out. All right, some of these battles can definitely time out. So there goes that Bug Buzz. As you can see, I thought I was finished. We were able to tank a super effective, hard-hitting charge move and still continue on. It's ridiculous, this Bronzor. So we're going to be going in with our Shiny Shinx here, not buying a secondary move. I'm just testing stuff out here and having a little fun just to see what their potential is. So it's garbage. Horrible. Now we're using Gibble as well, so this team is absolutely scary to use. It's very, very fragile, and look at that. Not very effective. It took us over half. What is that? So they're swapping into the Shelmet, and I'm going into the Cottony here. They're going to be resisting our quick move because it is going to be part steel, but we're able to still do a lot of damage. So we're going to go ahead and go Bullet Seed here. Maybe should have built up to the bigger one, but we're still getting a shield anyway, so that worked out perfect. As you can see, Charm is just Charm, right? It just destroys everything. So going for another Bug Buzz here. We use both of our shields. Can we charm this thing down? Yes, we can. Let's get it. What is he going to come back in here with? It's going to be the Darumaka, taking so much damage from the charm, even though it's resisted again. Hitting him with Bullet Seed and taking him out. And he has a Dino in the back. We're swapping into our Gibble. That does have a Twister ready. Watch this, folks. Let's get it. Twister doing so much. And in comes the charm, and we take them out. So that team pulled it off. Let's get it. All right, into the last battle here. Oh, this is a horrible matchup. Absolutely horrible. So we're going to be going into our Badoo here. Like I said, for the last 2 battles here, we're just having a little fun to see what these things can potentially do. And as far as purchasing a secondary move on Badoo, don't. I mean, you can, but just don't. It's all grass. Anyways, we're going to be going down. We haven't used a shield left. We have the Barbrooch, and we're going to go ahead and go in here. I don't remember if I shield this up or not. We're going to go ahead and let it go through. Just a Body Slam. Barbrooch able to take that fairly nice. We do have 2 moves on this one as well. We're going to go ahead and go for the Aqua Tail, taking them out. He's holding on to those shields. Has a Cottony in the back, and we do have our Shadow Vulpix. So let's go. And he has that Darumaka. So take a look at this. Yes, we're Shadow, so don't kind of push Vulpix to the side and say it's garbage, because we're taking that much more damage, and yeah, it is resisted too. So he's going for the charge. We're using our first shield, and now we're going to go ahead and go with our Body Slam again here, just to get all these shields out of him. But it's not looking too great here. And we're going to be going down by fire moves, and then in comes our Barboach, and I think we are going to lose this to Cottony. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll be catching you all